Hello and welcome to my 300th video / big surprise DVD review. Now I know a lot of you have been speculating, I've been waiting, I've been excited. Now I've gotten all sorts of guesses from people. If I had not specified DVD, I'd probably be getting hounded with a bunch of Kamen Rider O's videos. I had someone guess Tron, I had someone guess Ghostbusters, I had someone guess 300, the Resident Evil movies. All sorts of guesses, but if I had not probably specified DVD, I'd probably get hounded with a bunch of Kamen Rider O's videos, which I don't really think I'll probably be able to do. But I'm really glad to be doing this. Now, I did review one of these individually, but this is also a review of that, so I was really kind of surprised that nobody guessed, but anyway, I will not keep you in suspense anymore for my 300th video review / big surprise DVD review is the Back to the Future Trilogy. Part 1, Part 2, and my favorite over here, Part 3. So, yeah, I know a lot of you were expecting a Kamen Rider O's video, and I am sorry, but this is what you're gonna get from my special surprise 300th video review. So anyway, let's start off with part 1, which I definitely need to re-review. Pick the camera up just a smidge so you can see the top of the case. Push my lunchbox off the side. I did do my own individual review of this, but I'm gonna re-review it because I barely knew anything about Back to the Future. This is the 2009 reissue that came out last year. I'm mainly also doing this to conceal with the release of the 25th anniversary. But anyway, here's the case art. It says Steven Spielberg presents Back to the Future, a Robert Zemeckis film. You've got Marty there, played by Michael J. Fox, climbing into the DeLorean with his watch. The flames of fire. The spine there says Back to the Future, and you got a little photo of Marty. On the back, all the packagings have this generic style, but they have description about the movie, which I will read. And bonus features and a quote from the film. The one for part 1 is, you built a time machine out of a DeLorean? Which was spoken by Marty McFly, and actually says it right there in the corner, which is not going to come out on camera, but it does say it. Has a little bio here. It says, from Academy Award-winning filmmakers Steven Spielberg and Robert Zemeckis comes Back to the Future, the original groundbreaking adventure that sparked one of the most successful trilogies ever. When teenager Marty McFly time is blasted into 1955, the DeLorean time machine created by the eccentric Dr. Brown by Christopher Lloyd. He finds himself mixed up in a time-shattering chain reaction that could vaporize his future and leave him trapped in the past. Powered by innovative special effects, unforgettable songs, and non-stop action, Back to the Future is an unrivaled adventure that stands to the test of time. Out of the 3 movies, this is the only one that has a second disc, and the special features include there's a sneak peek at Back to the Future the Ride, which is nowadays closed. Looking Back to the Future, which is a documentary on how the movie was made. How they made the movie. Back to the Future Night, which is a documentary on how the movie was made. This too includes a making the Trilogy Chapter 1, Q&A with director Robert Zemeckis, enhanced conversation with Michael J. Fox, feature commentary with producers Bob Gale and Neil Canton, deleted scenes, outtakes, Universal Animation anecdotes, original makeup tests, production archives, and excerpts from the original screenplay. Now, the only thing and you also have a photo there from part 1 where Doc's stepping out of the DeLorean for the first time. It does say it's rated PG, but it doesn't specify why. It doesn't say if it's rated for content. I do know it's rated for language and a little bit of violence. Anyway, open it up. Here's a little flyer for the ride. There's the presentation. And this has the special features. This is the only one of the 3 that's actually 2-disc. Still a flyer here advertising about the ride, and it also has a quote from part 3, which is, "Your future is what you make of it." So anyway, part 1 is my second favorite in the trilogy, just because it's the first, but still pretty awesome. Part 2. Now, part 2 pretty much picks up where part 1 left off. Doc and Marty and Jennifer are going back to the future because there's something up with their kids. And Biff ends up older Biff gets a hold of a sports almanac and gives it to his younger self, which allows him to become a billionaire in 1985. Now, do you notice something? They're recycled footage. It's got the same photo of Marty just in his new outfit, but also as a second person. In this case, it's Doc Brown, played by Christopher Lloyd, who is my favorite character in the Back to the Future movies. But pretty much the same design. On the back, instead of saying, you build a time machine out of the DeLorean, it has his quote from Part 1, "Roads, where we're going, we don't need roads." And it says Doc Brown. That was actually spoken to him by the end of Part 1. It's in the file. Getting back was only the beginning, as the most spectacular time travel adventure ever continues in Back to the Future Part 2. The sequel that proves that lightning can strike twice. Picking up precisely where they left off, Marty and Doc launched themselves to the year 2015 to fine-tune the future and inadvertently disrupt the space-time continuum. Now, their only chance to fix the present is by going back to 1955 all over again before it's too late. From Academy Award-winning filmmakers Steven Spielberg and Robert Zemeckis, Back to the Future Part 2 proves true excitement is timeless. We have the photo of the flying DeLorean and Marty on the hoverboard. The special features on this include making the Back to the Future Part 2, making the Trilogy Part 2, Q&A with Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale, feature commentary with Bob Gale and Neil Clanton, pretty much the same scenes except for time travel and hover tests, design for the DeLorean. Shut up, dogs! Evolution of the visual effects and production archives, and a music video of the song The Power of Love, which was shown in Part 1. Open it up. Again, it is a 2-disc, and they all have pretty much the same generic disc design, but this one doesn't have an insert. My favorite of the trilogy, I really like it. They go to all three times of my favorite times, and I think it's really awesome. So pretty awesome. Now, Part 3. This one did have a slip case when I bought it, but let me just go ahead and take that off. Part 3 has again, Marty, Doc, and Clara Clayton, who is played by, let me look for it here, not Leah Thompson, she plays Jennifer. Anyway, same art in the front. On the back it says Doc's quote, "Your future is whatever you make of it," which we'll see at the end in the time train. And the caption, "They've saved the biggest trick for last, as the most popular time-traveling movie trilogy ever comes to a rousing conclusion in Back to the Future Part 3. Stranded in 1955 after a freak accident, Marty McFly discovers he must travel back to 1885 to rescue Doc Brown before he becomes smitten with schoolteacher Clara Clayton." Oh, it's Mary Steenburgen. Now it's up to Marty to keep Doc out of trouble, get the DeLorean running, and put the past, present, and future back on track so they can get back to where they belong. From Academy Award-winning filmmakers Steven Spielberg and Robert Zemeckis, Back to the Future Part 3 is a spectacular grand finale to the timeless blockbuster series. Same pretty much things, but it does have a couple different ones. It's got the secrets of the trilogy, FAQs about the trilogy, and a ZZ Top double-back music video. Please ignore that ding that was in there when I got it. Open it up. Just like with Part 2 disc. Now, the plot of Part 3 was that Marty pretty much takes off where Part 2 left off, where they read the full note, and instead of going back to the present time and destroying the DeLorean, Marty goes back to the past to find Emmett Brown, to find Doc before he ends up getting killed by Mad Dog Tannen, who is one of Biff's oldest relatives. And honestly, I think this is, this isn't my third favorite just because it's not, the third one, but, it's a Western. I'm not really a fan of Westerns. Well, I like it was actually fun and enjoyable. So anyway, there you go. There was my surprise review. If you want to know where I got these, I got Part 1 back in May for $14 at my local Publix. I got Part 2 and 3 at my local FYE for $10. And, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this surprise video. Hope to make more in the future. I guess that's about it. Later, guys. I'm out of here.